You're lying still, beneath blankets that hold the warmth of your body like a quiet promise. The room is dark, and the air around you is soft, still enough to notice the faintest shift in breath, the slow rise and fall of your chest. Outside, the world has settled into evening, and somewhere above the rooftops, where the sky meets the last light of day, something gentle is beginning. Not a sound, not a movement you can hear, but a quiet gathering, invisible to your eyes, happening high in the air, where the coolness of night begins to cradle what was once only vapor. Tonight's science is simplified for a quiet telling, so details may be left out and errors are possible. You do not see it, but there are tiny particles in that air, so small they drift like dust, forgotten by time. They have been there for hours, maybe days, carried on breezes you never felt, lifted from soil, from oceans, from the breath of trees and the steam of distant kitchens. And now, as the temperature lowers, those particles become anchors. Water, which had been invisible, just a whisper in the air, a presence without shape, begins to change. It clings, not all at once, not in a rush, but slowly, one molecule at a time, drawn by the coolness, like a sigh, returning to stillness. Condensation. That is the word for it. The moment when vapor becomes liquid. When air gives up its hold and water remembers what it means to be wet. It gathers on those particles, tiny as grains of salt, smaller than the tip of a pin, forming droplets so small they could float on a breath. And still you do not see them. Not because they are hidden, but because there are too many of them. Millions, billions, each one a perfect sphere, each one holding less than a drop of rain. Together they make the cloud. The cloud is not smoke, not mist, not cotton spun by wind. It is water, held in place not by strings or wires, but by air itself. Updrafts rise from the earth below, warm and slow, carrying with them the faintest lift, the kind that doesn't stir your curtains, doesn't ruffle the pages of a book left open on the nightstand. But up there, where the air is thinner and cooler, those currents hold the droplets aloft, each one weightless in its own way, suspended by the movement around it. You might think they should fall, that gravity would pull them down, but they are so small. Their surface tension holds them like beads on an invisible thread, and the air beneath them rises just enough to keep them from slipping. And then, slowly, something begins to change. The droplets do not stay alone for long. They drift, carried by the same currents that lift them, moving in invisible paths through the cloud's quiet heart. Sometimes they brush against each other, so gently, so lightly, that they do not bounce away. Instead, they touch. And when they touch, if the air is just right, if the temperature has not dropped too far, if there is still enough moisture swirling around them, they join. Not in a crash, not with force, but as two drops of dew on a leaf might merge at dawn. One becomes two, then three. The droplet grows. It does not swell suddenly. It accumulates, molecule by molecule, collision by quiet collision. 100 tiny touches become one slightly larger drop, then 500, then 1,000. It is still small, still lighter than the air that cradles it, but now it is heavier than before. And the updrafts, those patient currents that held the cloud together, begin to feel the difference. They are not strong enough to hold everything forever. There is a limit to how much they can carry, not because they grow tired, but because weight is weight. And air has its own limits of lift. The droplet does not know this. It simply continues to gather. Water vapor still drifts through the cloud, cooling as it rises, condensing on every surface it finds. More droplets form beside it. Some join it. Others float past, untouched. But this one, this single drop, is becoming something more than its neighbors. Its mass increases. Its fall speed begins to change, ever so slightly. It no longer drifts quite as freely. And still, the air holds it. You do not feel any of this. You are warm beneath your sheets, eyes closed, breathing slow and deep. The room is quiet. But above you, in the dark, a process has begun that will last hours, maybe days. It does not hurry. It does not shout. It simply continues, following the rules of temperature and motion and gravity. all woven together without thought or plan. The droplet grows again. Another collision. Another joining. The air around it still rises, but now the rise is slower. The cloud itself is shifting, its edges thinning here, thickening there, its structure changing with every passing minute. Inside, the droplets are not all growing at once. Some remain small, clinging to their particles, dancing in the currents like sparks caught in a slow wind. Others, like this one, have begun to fall toward the center of the cloud's weight, toward the place where gravity begins to whisper louder than updraft. And still, it does not fall. Not yet. The air holds it. You hear nothing. You feel nothing. But somewhere above you, in a sky that has no name and no shape, but the one your mind makes from memory and quiet, something is changing. The droplet is heavier now than when it began, heavier than the others around it, heavier than the air can easily lift. And so it begins to move, not with speed, not with drama, but with a slow, inevitable shift. It sinks, just a little, a fraction of a millimeter, but it does not rise again. The updrafts are still there. They are still rising, but they no longer reach far enough to lift this one. And so the drop continues its quiet descent, not falling, not yet, sinking gently, as if the sky itself were breathing out. The drop sinks farther, no longer caught in the upward swirls that once cradled its first form. It does not leap downward, it slips, as if the air had softened beneath it, releasing its hold without resistance. Around it, other droplets still drift, suspended, their surfaces glistening with condensed vapor, each one a tiny mirror to the cloud's hidden moisture. But this one is different now, not because it is brighter or louder, but because it carries more of the sky inside itself. The weight is subtle, almost unnoticed, like the slow accumulation of breath held too long before release. It does not fall with purpose. It simply no longer rises. The air around it grows cooler as it moves deeper into the cloud's lower layers. Not cold enough to freeze, just cool enough that the vapor nearby begins to settle more readily onto its surface. Each passing molecule finds a home here, where the shape of the drop offers stillness, where the curve holds the moisture like a cup made of nothing but air and time. The droplet grows again, not by sudden swelling, not by violent merging, but by quiet addition. 100 more vapor molecules settle upon it, then 300. Each one adds less than a whisper to its mass. Yet, together, they shift its balance. Above, the updrafts still rise, steady, patient, endless in their motion, but their strength thins with depth. They lift the lighter things, the smallest droplets, the faintest ice needles that formed where temperatures dipped below zero. But this drop, now heavy with collected water, moves beyond their reach. It does not fight them. It does not call out. It simply continues its slow descent, as if it had always known this path was waiting. You are still beneath your covers, eyes closed, breath matching the rhythm of night. There is no thunder here, no wind rattling the window, only the quiet press of air against your skin, warm and still. But above you, in the dark expanse where clouds gather without naming themselves, something is changing, not with urgency, but with certainty. The drop sinks another fraction, then another. Its surface trembles slightly, not from motion, but from the weight it now carries. The accumulated presence of countless invisible encounters. Not in silence, there is no sound, but in stillness, the motion that once lifted everything now lifts only what can be lifted. This drop cannot be held anymore. It does not break free with violence. It simply lets go, and the air lets it go too. A gentle surrender, no force, no drama, only gravity, patient as sleep, taking what has grown too heavy to remain aloft. It falls now, not fast, not rushing, but with the certainty of a leaf released from a branch long ago. The path is not straight. It wobbles slightly, caught in tiny eddies, nudged by invisible currents that still linger in the lower cloud. But each movement brings it closer to where the air grows denser, warmer, more forgiving, and still it gathers. Even as it falls, vapor finds its way to its surface, condensing from the moist air around it, drawn by the coolness of its own skin. The drop is not passive, it is active in its falling, collecting, growing, becoming more than it was when it began. You do not feel this. You are warm and still, wrapped in quiet, but somewhere above you, a single drop, once no larger than a speck of dust, is now the beginning of something that will touch the earth, not as a storm, not as a flood, but as water returning to where it came from. It falls slower than you might imagine, slower than thought, slower than the blink of an eye, and yet it moves, unstoppable in its quietness. The air below is warmer now. It does not freeze what comes down. It lets the drop remain liquid, carries it gently downward, as if holding a secret too tender to shatter, and still it grows. One more collision, one more joining. 1,000 tiny touches become one heavier thing. You breathe in, and above you, in the dark, the sky gives back what it once took. The drop moves now through layers that have no names, where warmth rises like breath held too long before release. It doesn't rush to meet what lies below. It simply continues, as if the air itself has learned its rhythm. Around it, other drops still cling, suspended in the slow dance of upward currents, their tiny bodies trembling with the memory of vapor that once slipped into them unnoticed. But this one is different now, not because it is louder or brighter, but because it carries more than it did at the start. It holds within its curve what was once air, and then mist, and then countless whispers of condensation. Each one a quiet yes to gravity's patient pull. You feel nothing of this above you, only the weight of blankets, only the slow expansion of your lungs as they settle deeper into rest. But in the cloud, where silence is not absence but presence, the drop falls with an economy of motion that no machine could copy. It does not tumble. It does not spin. It drifts, softened by the humidity it passes through. Each millimeter of descent, a surrender to forces older than wind or temperature. Below this level, the air thickens, not with pressure alone, but with memory. The vapor here remembers where it came from. The soil after dusk, the surface of still water, the skin of leaves that exhaled in twilight. And now, as the drop sinks further, some of that same moisture finds its way back to its edges, condensing again, not because it must, but because the air offers it freely, warmly, without demand. There is no rush here, no need for speed. The cloud does not hurry its children downward. It only lets them grow until they are ready, not by will, not by choice, but by weight alone. And this one has grown enough, not enormous, not dramatic, just heavy, enough that the currents which once cradled it now brush past without lifting. It passes through a zone where tiny crystals linger, frozen remnants from higher up, delicate as spun sugar, unmoving in their cold stillness. The drop does not freeze when it touches them. It does not shatter or splinter. Instead, its surface warms just slightly at the point of contact, a fleeting exchange of heat, so small no thermometer could catch it, and then continues downward, unchanged, but for a subtle shift in temperature beneath its skin. You are warm under your sheets. Your eyelids feel heavy as wet silk. You do not know that this drop has now been falling longer than most thoughts last. That in the time since you first closed your eyes, it has gathered more water than hundreds of others ever will. And still, it falls, not because it is chaste, but because it was never meant to stay. Somewhere near its path, another droplet begins to form, not from vapor alone, but from the wake this one leaves behind. The air trembles slightly where it passed, and for a moment, moisture lingers there longer than usual, as if remembering how easy it once was to cling. Then, slowly, it gathers again, a new beginning, tiny and quiet, born not of cold or collision, but simply because the conditions remain. The drop below does not pause to notice. It does not wonder whether others follow. Its journey is not about connection. It is about return. Each molecule within it has traveled this way before, in some form, in some season. And now, after time spent, as vapor, then cloud, then falling thing. It moves toward earth with the same inevitability as dusk. The temperature beneath grows warmer still. Not hot, never hot, but just enough to keep it liquid. No ice forms here. No crystals cling or break apart. The drop remains whole, rounded, perfect in its simplicity. It does not need to be anything more than what it is. Water that has learned how to fall without fear. You breathe out slowly now, longer than before, and above you, the cloud releases another, and then another. Not all at once, not as a flood, but one after another, like thoughts dissolving into sleep. Each grows in silence, each falls in quiet. None of them know they are rain yet. They only know that the air no longer holds them. And still, you lie there, still and warm, and somewhere above, invisible but real, water is coming home. The drop falls past a layer where the air holds its breath, thin, cool, and still, like the space between two heartbeats. There, tiny particles drift, unnoticed by anyone but the water that finds them. Not dust, not salt, not pollen, but remnants of older rains, dried and lifted again, now suspended in the quiet between cloud and sky. One of these meets the falling drop, and for a moment they hesitate, not as strangers, but as old companions, remembering how to fit together. The surface of the drop softens just enough to draw it in, not by force, but by invitation. A single molecule, then another, then 100 more, slip into its form, without ripple or splash. It grows smaller than a pinhead, yet heavier than it was moments before. You do not feel this. Your breath does not change. But above you, the cloud remembers how to hold. And when it lets go slowly. Another drop, begins near the edge of the same current, a different origin, perhaps from vapor that rose with the scent of wet earth hours ago, or from moisture left behind by a leaf that breathed out in the dark. It forms not in fire or fury, but in the hush after a sigh. Condensation gathers around another speck, this one older than the last, worn smooth by countless cycles, and begins to swell. No thunder stirs, no wind pushes, only gravity, patient and quiet, pulls at its increasing mass. The air above still lifts gently, as if trying to keep them both aloft, but the pull is stronger now, not loud, not sudden, just certain. You feel nothing of this. Your body is sunk into warmth, your mind drifting where thoughts lose their edges. But somewhere beyond your ceiling, beyond the quiet walls of your room, water is learning how to fall without breaking. It does not fight the air. It does not plead for release. It simply becomes too much for the sky to keep. A third drop forms farther out, in a region where the temperature has dropped just enough to make vapor shy away from its own form, until it finds a surface willing to cradle it. There, it gathers slowly, like dew on glass that never quite dries. It does not collide with others yet. It does not need to. Its growth is solitary, quiet, built molecule by molecule, from the air's quiet offering. The cloud around it holds its shape, not rigid, not solid, but dense enough to cradle 1,000 such beginnings. You are still. Your eyelids are heavier now, not from sleep alone, but from the rhythm of something far above you that moves with the same slow certainty. Each drop is small, each is alone, but together they are becoming what the sky was always meant to release. The air below continues to warm, not with heat, not with sun, but with the memory of earth. It holds no chill now to freeze them. No ice crystals wait to shatter their edges. They fall as they were made, liquid, rounded, whole. One passes through a thin veil of mist that lingers near the tree line. So fine it might be mistaken for breath, and for an instant the two mingle without merging. The falling drop does not absorb it. It does not push it aside. It simply flows around as if the mist were part of its own skin, and then continues downward. Another begins to form, not by collision, not by growth from vapor alone, but because the air in that pocket has become saturated with a kind of patience. There is no storm here, no rush, only water that remembers how to return. It gathers around a speck so small you could not see it even if you looked up with all your eyes open. It does not know it will be rain. It only knows it is becoming. The currents above are tired now, too. They lift less often. Their strength has softened over hours of holding. What once cradled 1,000 droplets now lifts only the lightest ones, the smallest, newest, least ready. The rest fall without resistance, not because they were pushed, but because they were never meant to stay. You do not hear them coming. You will not feel them touch the earth until morning, if you notice at all. But they are falling, one by one by one, each a single journey, each a return, each carrying within it the memory of ocean, of lake, of breath, of leaf, of soil. Another drop forms near the cloud's lower edge, a little larger now, its surface trembling slightly as if unsure whether to fall or linger. But the air below is no longer lifting. It is waiting, and so, gently, it lets go. You are breathing slower now. Your thoughts have grown soft at the edges, like fog dissolving on a window pane. You do not need to know how many have fallen already. You do not need to count them. They fall in silence, and you sleep through their descent. One more begins, tiny, unremarkable, born from vapor that rose from water left behind by a puddle hours ago. It grows slowly, gathering what it can without hurry. The cloud above does not watch. It does not decide. It simply is, and still they fall, not in waves, not in torrents, but one after another, as quietly as thoughts fade into dreams. You are warm. The air is still, and somewhere above, water remembers how to come home. The drop that falls now carries no memory of how it began, only the shape it has become, smooth as a pebble worn by time, not by water's force, but by patience. It does not rush. It does not tremble with urgency. The air around it is thinning, not because it is empty, but because it has given what it could hold. You feel nothing of its passage, not the weight, not the speed, but your body knows it anyway, as if your skin remembers the shape of falling before you learned to walk. Another forms where the cloud's edge curls inward, a gentle fold in the sky's breath. It does not grow by swallowing vapor alone. It grows because the air around it has slowed, and in that slowing, moisture lingers longer than it once did. The droplet is not chosen. It is simply allowed to be. There are no voices here, no signals calling it downward, only gravity, quiet as a sigh, pulling what has grown too full to remain. You do not hear the moment it leaves its place among others. There was no last look back, no farewell whispered in vapor, only absence where it once was, a space filled slowly by the air that moves around it, not to replace, but to carry on. The cloud does not thin because it is losing something. It thins because what was held has become too heavy to hold anymore. The drop falls through a layer where the air is cooler, not cold enough for ice, not sharp enough for frost, but just cool enough to make the vapor pause, hesitate, then settle again onto its surface. It does not freeze. It does not shatter. It simply grows another whisper of water, one more molecule drawn from the stillness above. The drop becomes heavier without changing shape. Its curve remains perfect, unbroken, as if shaped by some unseen hand that knows how roundness must be. You are deep now, not asleep, not awake, but somewhere between, where the body forgets to count breaths and the mind forgets it once had names for things. The falling does not disturb you. It is part of your stillness now. Each drop that leaves the cloud is like a thought dissolving before it can be named, a feeling too quiet to grasp, too gentle to name. Another forms near the center, where the air has been lifting all day, but now lifts only slightly, as if tired of holding. The droplet there grows by touch, by brushing against others so small they are nearly invisible. They do not crash, they do not bounce, they simply meet and merge, like two drops of dew on a spider's thread that find each other in the dark and become one. No sound accompanies it, no flash of light, only the quiet mathematics of cohesion, water to water, molecule to molecule, drawn by forces older than names. The cloud above is not full. It is not empty. It is simply shifting. The droplets that remain are smaller now, newer, still learning how to grow. They do not fall because they have not yet learned to be heavy, and so they drift, caught in the last whispers of upward motion, held by air too gentle to let go, too weary to lift higher. You feel nothing of their weight, but your bones remember what it is to be carried and then released. The rain that comes is not a flood. It is not a storm's cry. It is the sky exhaling after holding its breath for hours. One drop falls through the last veil of mist near the earth, the one that lingers like a sigh on the grass, and for a moment it glows with the faintest silver, not from light, but from memory, the salt of sea, the minerals of stone, the vapor of your own breath last night, long since risen and forgotten. It touches the leaf, not with force, not with noise, but as if it had always belonged there. The surface holds it for a heartbeat, round and trembling, before it slides slowly downward, joining others in the quiet dark beneath. There is no splash, no ripple worth naming, only the slow darkening of soil where water returns to what gave it life, and still more form, not because the cloud is full, but because the air above still holds enough moisture to let them grow, one at a time, one by one, each born from silence and returned to it. You do not need to see them. You do not need to count them. They fall as breath returns to lungs, unseen, unremarked upon, essential. The air near the ground is still warm, not hot, not humid, but carrying the memory of warmth that rose earlier, from soil, from roots, from skin pressed against sheets in sleep. The drops do not evaporate when they land. They do not vanish. They settle. They sink. They wait. And somewhere deep beneath where you lie, they begin to move, not as rain anymore, but as something older, quieter. The slow return to root, to stone, to deep earth's dreaming. Another forms, so small it might be mistaken for a mote of dust caught in an invisible current. It gathers vapor not by force, but by stillness. The air around it has become a quiet room where moisture lingers like incense smoke. It grows without hurry, without demand, without need to fall. But gravity does not ask permission. It simply waits, and so it lets go. You are breathing deeper now, not because you must, but because the rhythm of falling has found its way into your chest. Each exhale mirrors a drop's descent, slow, certain, without resistance. The cloud above is no longer visible to your eyes, but you feel its presence like the weight of a blanket pulled just slightly tighter. It does not end. It never ends, only changes shape. One more forms near the edge, not by collision, not by vapor alone, but because the air has cooled just enough for water to remember how to gather. The droplet is small, unremarkable, but it is becoming, and so it falls, and you, still here, still breathing, are part of what made this possible, not as witness, not as listener, but as memory returning. The air above you does not stir, not with wind, not with sighs, not even with the faintest tremor of movement that would name itself a breeze. It holds still, as if waiting for something only water remembers how to do. And in that quiet, another droplet forms, not where the last one fell, but far above, where the temperature has dipped just enough to let vapor pause and gather its thoughts. It does not choose. It does not decide. It simply becomes a speck of dust, long fallen from a distant ridge or lifted from the skin of a sleeping animal, offers itself without demand. The water clings, not out of need, but because the air has grown tender toward it, one molecule at a time. Another finds its way, then another. No rush, no crowd, just the slow accumulation of what was once invisible. You do not feel this. You cannot see it. But your body knows, deep in the marrow, where sleep lives, not the fact of rain, but the rhythm of return. The droplet grows larger now, though still smaller than a pinhead, still lighter than the thought of a breath. It does not fall because it is ready. It falls because the air that held it has grown too thin to keep holding. Updrafts, once strong enough to lift even the heaviest mist, have softened over hours. They are no longer lifting, they are letting go. And so the droplet begins its descent, not with speed, not with sound, but as if it had always been moving downward and only now remembered how. Below it, other droplets drift in silence. Some are larger, some smaller. None call to one another. Yet they pass close enough that their edges nearly touch. And when they do, the surface tension holds them for a heartbeat longer than physics expects. They merge, not with splash or shudder, but as two drops of dew on a spider's web might slip into one. The new drop is heavier now. It does not know it. It only knows gravity, and gravity does not speak. It simply pulls. The cloud above you is not thickening. It is thinning, slowly, like lace unraveling at the edge. But within its fading structure, more droplets are forming, each born from vapor that rose yesterday or last week, or from a forest far away where trees breathed out moisture into a sky that did not yet know it would rain here. There is no destination written in the air, no map drawn by wind, only the slow pull of mass toward earth and the quiet truth. What rises must one day return. You are warm beneath your covers. Your skin does not sweat. Your breath does not fog. But somewhere beyond the walls, beyond the roof, Beyond the layer of air that separates night from sky, water is remembering how to fall, not because it wants to, not because it was told to, but because it has no other way to be whole. Another forms near the cloud's upper fringe, where the cold is deepest and the air most still. It does not grow by collision, it grows by patience. Each molecule that joins it arrives alone, drifting in from 1,000 different places, some from ocean spray lost to time, some from the steam of a kettle long turned off, some from the moist exhale of a creature walking beneath moonlight months ago. All are gathered now, not by design, but by the simple law that when air cools, water returns to its quietest form. You do not hear it, but you feel it. The way your eyelids sink heavier as the room grows darker. The droplet is falling now, slowly through layers of air that grow warmer as it descends. It does not melt. There was no ice here, only vapor and water, never frozen. But it slows, caught in pockets of stillness, where the wind has forgotten to move. For a moment, it hovers, not suspended, but pausing, as if the atmosphere itself is holding its breath, and then it continues, downward, always downward. The ground is not far now, not in miles, not even in minutes, but in time. Oh, in time, it feels endless. Each drop falls as though it has lived a lifetime in silence. It does not rush to meet the earth. It does not beg for release. It simply lets go of what held it and finds itself falling towards something older than memory. You are not dreaming this. You have always been part of it. The soil beneath you is thirsty, not with hunger, but with patience. It has waded through dry seasons, through droughts that cracked the earth like old pottery, through winters when nothing moved but wind and frost, and still it waits, because water always returns. And so, this drop, this single, unremarkable drop, will find its way into the cracks between roots, into the pores of stone, into the dark veins, beneath your bed, beneath your house, beneath the world you know. It will not be noticed, but it will belong. Another forms above. Another falls. The cloud is thinning now, not vanishing, not ending, but becoming something else. Something lower. Something closer to earth. The mist that lingers near the treetops is its last whisper, and still another droplet gathers, and another. You are breathing with them, not because you must, but because you remember how. The air is quiet. Again, so very quiet, and the rain keeps falling, not as a storm, not as a promise, but as a rhythm older than names. The air near the treetops holds what remains, soft, damp, barely moving, as if the sky has sighed too deeply to rise again. You feel it in your chest, not as pressure, but as presence, a quiet weight that settles when no wind stirs. The droplets here are smaller than before, each one clinging to the edge of a leaf, a blade of grass, a spider's thread stretched between branches. They do not fall yet, not because they cannot, but because the air below still holds them gently, as if remembering how to cradle what it once lifted. Each one is a mirror of all that came before, born from vapor, shaped by cold, gathered without choice. There is no urgency in their gathering, no rush to join the others. They simply are tiny spheres of water, suspended not by force, but by stillness. You are not watching them. You do not need to. Their presence is felt in the hush that follows the last rustle of leaves, in the way the darkness thickens just beyond your window, where the world turns inward and breathes slower. The cloud above has lost its shape, not gone, but softened into something less defined, more patient. It no longer looms, it lingers. And within it, still, another droplet forms, not from collision, not from sudden condensation, but from vapor that drifted here from a distant ridge where the night was colder, where the air had forgotten warmth. That molecule did not know it would become part of this. It only knew how to cool. And when it did, it became water again. The ground beneath you is not dry, not anymore. It has been waiting, not with need, but with memory. Each drop that falls now carries a piece of what once was, the salt of an ancient sea, the breath of a sleeping child, the steam from a pot left on a stove long before your hands were born. These are not stories told in words. They are written in the curve of each droplet's surface, in the way it wobbles slightly as it gathers more, heavier now, pulled by a force that asks nothing but to return. There is no thunder here, no wind to hurry things along, only the slow descent, each drop falling through layers that grow warmer, not because they are kind, but because the earth holds heat, like an old blanket wrapped around its bones. The droplet does not feel this warmth. It only feels the pull, the quiet, relentless tug of mass becoming gravity's own. And still, it does not hurry, even as it nears the edge of cloud, even as the air below begins to taste of soil and moss and wet stone. It moves with the same unhurried rhythm as when it first formed. You are not separate from this. You never were. The water in your blood, in your tears, in the steam that rises from your skin when you sleep too deeply. This is the same water. It has fallen before. It will fall again. There is no beginning and no end, only a turning, a breathing, a slow return to where it began. Another droplet forms, not high up now, but lower, near the base of the cloud, where the air still holds its breath. It does not grow by joining others. It grows because vapor finds its way back into liquid form, because when cold meets stillness, water remembers how to be whole. There is no voice in this process, no decision made, only molecules drawn together by a law older than names, older than mountains, older than the first rain that ever fell on earth. You are breathing with them now, not because you choose to, but because your body has never forgotten how. Your lungs remember the rhythm of air rising from the soil, condensing in the sky, falling back down again. You do not need to understand it to be part of it. You only need to lie still, to let the quiet settle into your bones. The droplet nears the edge now, its surface trembling slightly with the weight of what it carries. It does not fall because it is heavy. It falls because the air that once held it no longer can. Not from weakness, but from truth. Some things are meant to return, and so it does. Not with a splash, not with a sound, but with the quietest kind of belonging. Another forms, another gathers. The cloud is thinner now, not empty, not gone, but quieter, like a song that has reached its final note and lingers in the silence after. You are still here, and so is the water, still falling, always falling, not because it must, but because it always does. The air still holds its breath, just below where the last droplet slipped away. You feel it, not as a chill, not as a change, but as a quiet settling, like linen pulled taut over a mattress after hours of warmth. There is no rush now, no need for more. The cloud has given what it could hold, and what remains is only what the air still carries. Tiny whispers of moisture, too small to fall, too light to matter. They drift, they pause, they wait. You are not asked to notice them, but they are there. Every molecule that did not become rain still moves with the same patience as the ones that did. The air does not forget. It only lets go slowly. Another droplet forms not in the high cold places, but lower now, where the last warmth of the day lingers near the earth's skin. It begins as vapor you cannot see, rising from damp soil, from moss that never dried, from leaves that held the night's dew like a secret. It rises without purpose, without memory, without knowing it will one day be part of something heavier. But when the air cools again, just a little, just enough, it becomes water once more, not because it wants to, because it cannot help but return to itself. The droplet grows by touching other vapor, not by collision, not by joining, but by simply being near what is already becoming. It does not choose. It does not count how many times this has happened before. It only knows the coolness of evening and the slow pull downward. You are still breathing. Your breath rises just a little as you sleep. Soft, warm, full of water that once fell from sky, that once ran through rivers, that once touched the skin of someone who loved you long before you learned their name. That water is here again, not in your lungs as memory, but as matter, as motion, as quiet continuation. The cloud above is not gone. It is thinner than it was. Its edges blur into the dark, like ink fading in water. There are no sharp lines anymore, no structure to name, just a hush of moisture, holding itself together by habit, by gravity's gentle insistence, by the slow dance of molecules that still remember how to gather. Another droplet forms, smaller than the last. It does not fall right away. The updraft is faint now, but it exists, a whisper of air, lifting just enough to keep it from dropping too soon. This is not a battle. There is no struggle, only balance, the weight of water against the lift of air. And when the balance shifts, not suddenly, not dramatically, but slowly, like a hand releasing a thread, it begins. The droplet moves downward, not fast, not loud, just down, through layers that remember warmth, through spaces where dust still floats, through quiet pockets where insects sleep and spiders wait in silence. It does not notice them. They do not notice it. Each exists only as part of the same motion, the turning of air, the returning of water. You are not watching, but you are with it. Your pulse matches its rhythm. Slow, steady, patient. Your breath echoes the rise and fall of clouds that no longer look like clouds at all. They have become something softer, a haze over the hills, a veil on the trees, the ghost of moisture still clinging to night's edge. The droplet nears the ground. It does not think about what it will touch. It does not know if it will land on grass or stone or the quiet curve of a roof that has held rain before. It only knows the air is changing, becoming denser, warmer, carrying scents you cannot name, but your body recognizes. Wet earth, old wood, the faint salt of distant sea spray carried inland by winds you have never seen. And then it touches, not with force, not with noise, just a softness, a joining. The surface tension breaks, not in a splash, not in a rupture, but in the quietest way water ever reunites with earth, as one thing becoming part of another. It does not disappear. It only changes shape. It spreads. It sinks. It waits. And somewhere else, far off or close, it doesn't matter. A new vapor rises again from a puddle that glimmers under moonlight, from the edge of a leaf still damp with last night's fall, from your own skin as you sleep too deeply to stir. The air above is lighter now. the cloud has given its gift. It does not mourn what it lost. It simply holds less, and that is enough.